going on, gamers? How you all doing? Look at that beautiful skyline behind me. We're gonna head towards that right now. Yeah, just wanted to pull this up. Also, yes, this is being filmed on like a half tripod, like half selfie stick, so it looks kind of funky. Um, but I just thought I'd pull up a little vlog. I haven't done one of these in a while. I don't do them all the time. They're not like planned or whatever. They're just spontaneous, which is what they should be, I think. But yeah, I've been feeling very stressed lately, and I think it all dates back to an incident that happened like a bit over a year ago, where I actually, so you guys know how like some of my videos, my early videos especially, had a lot of sponsors on them and stuff like that. But as of recent, at least in the last 10 videos, it's basically right when the Jack series came up. I had somebody that I was taking sponsorships from on YouTube for quite a while actually. And then after I began working on the Jack series, I was like, hey, I appreciate you sending me these offers, but for the next like year or two, I won't be taking anything because I'm going to be working on my magnum opus and I don't want any sponsors on the Jack series, which was, just kind of like one of my life's missions, I guess. And so I worked on the Jack series and I finished that shit, and yeah, it's kind of cool to see it's done and stuff. I've almost finished that thing a year ago already. But when I came back to that person, I forget what her name was. Kate, I think was her name. She'd quit her job, and so I had nobody like who I trusted to take sponsorship offers from. So I was a little bit picky for a while, and what I ended up doing was I ended up taking a sponsorship from somebody called Evian. Well, somebody claiming they were from Evian Water. And it was this whole situation where like I lost my Google passwords, like I downloaded some files and they like somehow fucking like phished my account, and they got my password and they changed my password and they fucking changed everything, and they signed me up for a bunch of websites and newsletters and all this stuff and used my email for some shit. It took me like a week or two to clean all that shit up. It's very annoying. So for a while I didn't trust anybody when it came to like sponsorships or anything like that, Like I didn't trust anybody. Until very recently, where a lot of the speedrun YouTubers who I like work in my sort of field basically told me like, hey man, I think you really need to look into like getting an agency. And shout out to all the people that recommended me an agency, but the person that really did it for me was definitely Zem. So shout out to Zem. He told me to reach out to Loadscreen, which is exactly who he worked with. So Zem works with Loadscreen, and I basically reached out to them, and I signed a deal with them, basically being like, hey, we're gonna give you sponsors, and we're gonna take a small cut, but you're gonna get all your sponsors, and they're gonna be legit. And so far, they've been awesome. I love Loadscreen. They've been nothing but great to me. And it's nice to finally have some sponsors back on the videos, because ever since I lost the sponsors, I've kind of been like at a steady decline in terms of my earnings and like how much I'm making and stuff. I'm okay breaking even if it's something I enjoy doing, but I was slowly losing money over time. It was like digging into my savings, and I didn't really like that. So what's been happening as of late is that after signing with Loadscreen, they've hit me up with a couple deals that have done really well. I did one for the Forbidden Memories video. I did my latest video, and I'm doing one for this one. However, it's been a really big learning process figuring out like what it is that these companies, like let's say like I'm doing Surfshark VPN for this month, for example. Like they run a campaign and they say, hey, we run it through this month and early this month and all this stuff. So they send it out through all these different YouTubers, or they send out deals to all these different YouTubers and all these like discount codes to a bunch of different creators. And they run it at like those specific dates and times and stuff like that. That's beautiful right there. It's almost down, so it's about to be dark. It's like 9 p.m. That's the nice thing about being in the Nordics, is you get sun for a long time, man. It's pretty cool. But yeah, so right now I've had to do some extensions on both. In my last video, I was supposed to have the video and the sponsor and all that stuff out by a certain time. And this one I'm doing, I've also had to extend. So right now it's a huge learning process figuring out like how much like, when is it okay for me to take these sponsorships, and when can I make it, sort of thing. So it's a big learning process right now, because I sometimes take these and it sounds like I'm taking them way in advance, but like the thing is, my work is like very creatively driven, so a lot of the time it's like you can't really rush. At least the writing, I hate rushing the writing. The editing, sure, I can figure the editing out. Like I can work on that a lot. But right now I'm going through a lot of the process of figuring out my, what I'm able to take and what I'm not able to take. So it's been tough. It's been tough. I see a cat over there. I just don't want to scare it, so I'm just waiting here, standing with my stick here. Whenever it's further out like this, you can see my hand is shaking a little bit, and that's because like I got to keep that grip strength. So it's better to keep it a little closer, even if the camera angle is a little bit more upwards. I know it's a bit more awkward, but yeah. So yeah, that's what's been going on right now. And at the moment, my next video has a deadline on the 15th of May, and today is the 9th. And I'm almost done, but man, I worked 11 and a half hours yesterday on editing straight, pretty much. Took some breaks here and there, and today's been very similar. I basically worked for about 7 hours right now, ish, and I'm currently on like my short break where I'm just going for a walk, because getting some fresh air, man, it does wonders to your mental. And the weather's okay too, not much wind, and it's not super cold either. So I figured I'm going to go for a walk, and I should be refreshed to go back and edit. So I'm basically going to be editing all the way up until like 1 or 2 a.m. again. So going to 10, 11 hours again. And I've just been feeling very stressed about it all, man, because I don't know. Seems like a lot of the people around me in my life right now, they have a lot of time, and I don't have a lot of time. Like, what I've been doing like the past 2 weeks is basically just, if you guys don't know my life really, like the way it's working right now is I have about 8 things that I attend to at the moment, officially. But I also have a bunch of other things that are like unofficial things that I meet up to. So Monday through Thursday, I start my stream every day at 12 o'clock, which I have actually stuck to for about 7 months, which I'm very, very proud of. Throughout my whole life, man, I've thought that it is impossible to stream and do YouTube at the same time. I thought it was impossible. I literally tried to make it work for like what, 5 or 6 years since I started in 2020 with YouTube. I couldn't get them both to work. I'd stream, and then I'd stop doing YouTube, and then I'd do YouTube and I'd stop streaming. I literally couldn't get them both to work at all. But I think what's really been helping with that is let me finish the other things here. So I've been going to the gym again as well, which ties into that. I'll get to that. Sunday and Tuesday are my gym days. So that's 6 things I have to attend to on the dot, because it's not just myself. I have a gym buddy. Shout out to Ison. We've been working out together Sunday and Tuesday. And then I have disc golf Wednesday and Thursday. So that's 8 things during the week that I got to attend to. And Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I do video stuff anyway. Like I don't just like not. That's when I do video stuff. Is Monday through Thursday I do streaming shit, and in the evening I sometimes do video shit on those days. And then Friday through Sunday I do video stuff, either all day or like half the day, pretty much. So I really don't have a whole lot of time to like be to myself. I played some Pokemon Emerald like post-game stuff yesterday for like 2 hours, I think. And that's like the most time I've had to like casually game anything in like probably over two or 3 weeks. So it's just been a lot of stress lately, and it's just been a lot, yeah. But I think what's really helped with the whole streaming and YouTube at the same time has been going to the gym, man. I've been able to keep the gym up. I started with once a week because I was really out of shape for a few months. And then I upped it to two times a week, and I've basically been sticking to that. As much as I've been wanting to make it 3, I do not have the time for it. It would probably crush me completely. It's like technically I could, probably on Friday, but I just don't think I would get any video work done on Friday if my day was occupied with that. But I mean, overall, it's just been a lot lately, man. It really has. It's a huge lifestyle change, man. 2026. It's a huge lifestyle change. I've really gotten off my ass, man, and just realized like, holy shit, dude, I was really living like completely. I'll go with the far cam for a bit. It's just, again, it's harder to hold it like for a while. I think you're more meant to like use this to take photos and shit. But I'll hang in there for like a minute or two, you know. So yeah, I think the main thing is just that huge lifestyle shift was enormous for me, man. Like I went from doing like absolutely fuck all and being super unorganized to being incredibly disciplined and super dedicated to things in my life. And what's interesting is that like I'm not even putting that much effort into actual speedrunning anymore. Like my main game, I probably play it like 10 hours a week, if even that. Like I probably do actual attempts like 8 to 12 hours a week, if that even. Like sometimes it's like literally like 5 or 6 hours a week, and I'd love to actually put in like some proper attempts into that shit, but I literally just don't have time for that stuff. And I've also been trying to focus on some variety on streaming. So right now I'm doing a whole lot right now. It's like I'm at a weird like mix between I'm at a weird mix between like, here's a little creek. I'm just gonna lean against this railing here. I'm at a weird mix where it's like I'm proud of like the things that I've been able to accomplish with like my new schedule, my new lifestyle, all of that. You know, it's been like so affirming to see that like I can actually make this happen and I can actually stick to it and I can make it work. Because I feel like that's what you're trying to accomplish for years, you know, like when you're rotting in your bedroom and you're like, oh, I just need to get started with this thing, or oh, I just need to do this or whatever. It's like, dude, I'm actually doing it. Something's been working, like, and it's a big thing is for sure the gym. I think the gym, sticking to that gym twice a week and just not skipping. I think I must have skipped a single time the whole time, and it was literally because of a deadline. It wasn't because I didn't want to. I've never ever skipped the gym because I didn't want to. On the days where I don't want to, I go anyway. I just tank it. And not only has it increased my physicality, like my actual build, like I'm actually more, you know, like I'm stronger. It's increased my mental strength too. So, dude, 5 years ago, waking up and being like, oh, I got a vacuum. That shit's a fucking war, man. That shit's a fucking war. Waking up and doing that shit today is not as bad as it used to be. And I think it's just that I put myself through more bullshit and I strengthen my mental game, if that makes sense. It's like, you know, it's the same reason why, you know, people that go to the military, you know, whenever they come out, they're more disciplined coming out on the other side, because it's like, oh, I've taken all this bullshit. I've done all this bullshit in the military. Like, I can handle fucking doing the dishes, you know? So a lot of it boils down to like discipline. I've really learned a lot about this for sure. And I've also said like this weird thing. I don't know who I said this to, but I was saying how like when I have to bike home in like really harsh weather conditions, I like feel alive for some reason. I feel like feel very alive. I feel very you know, just like fucking bring it on, you know, fucking show me what you can do type beat. So that's really what's been going on lately. It's just, you know, been very stressed. So I'm at a big crossroads between I'm super satisfied with what I've done and like just the fact that I'm able to make it work, but I'm also like, fuck, dude, I really could use a break, man. And another thing about that is also I don't really know how to take a break because speedrunning is like most of my life. Like I could go play disc golf, but when I go play disc golf, it's like, dude, I hate playing when I'm shit. You know? So it's like I don't have time to practice and putting and go driving and all this stuff. So it's like it's just I need to learn how to like properly relax and just be offline and just like live life. It's a learning process that I haven't had much experience with as of late, but overall it's just been it's been cool to see myself evolve in a lot of ways. You know, I turned 30 this year, man, and it was about time I really got my ass, you know, my head out of my ass, really. And wow, look at that. You guys need to see this. That's a good way to end the video. Look at all those birds up there. Look at that. Look at that giant flock of just birds right there. Like normally they're not in that big of a formation. But yeah, I'm not sure if they're like migrating back to Denmark because what the birds do here is, I mean, I'm sure maybe you know, maybe you don't. But when it gets cold here, the birds leave Denmark and they go south where it's more warm because they can just fucking fly there. And they hang out there and then they come back to Denmark when it's more warm here. So I always, whenever I see those giant formations like that, I always assume they're coming back. Dude, that must have been like a swarm of like 500 for sure right there. That's probably the biggest flock I've ever seen actually. Cool nature moment. That's why you go for those walks, man. But yeah, I'm just in this like little mossy kind of creek area, but I'm pretty much done. That's gonna be the update for now, guys. Thank you all for watching. And dude, shout outs to everybody that's been, you know, coming to the streams and also just checking out all the Patreon updates and just watching my Jag 3 Hero Mode Plus and my Ridge Racer runs, my Budokai runs, all kinds of shit, man. My stream has been popping off lately. And there's just been good vibes, good moods, and all that stuff. So if you want to like hang out on my stream and you have the time, man, start at 12 Monday through Thursday. But that's gonna do it, guys. Appreciate you hanging out, and thanks for watching this. And good luck with whatever you're doing right now, because I'm sure you got some shit to do. All right, take care, peace.